Hello everybody, welcome to today's live tour. I'm here in Muscat and I'm actually here at the Royal Opera House in Muscat of Oman, and I'm very pleased to have you join today's live tour. And I also am very pleasure to have today's my guest anchor Abdul Majid, and he will join us to introduce some of the fun facts, the culture, the history of this amazing Royal Opera House. So Majid, can you just say hi to our audience?
Hello everyone, welcome to the Sultanate of Oman and welcome to the stunning Royal Opera House of Muscat.
Okay, so thank you. So could you just start today's show and just give us a brief introduction about what you're going to show us today?
Yes, of course. So the Royal Opera House Muscat is known and considered as the leading cultural institution in the region. The late Sultan Qaboos, may God bless his soul, he was the one who ordered to build the Royal Opera House Muscat since he was in love with the cultural music, specifically the classical music. He was the one who established our unique Royal Oman Symphony Orchestra back in 1985. The reason why it's unique because all of the musicians are locals, women and men. And whenever they play, they would play mostly with our national dress. Then in 2001, he ordered to build the Royal Opera House Muscat. 2007, the construction started and officially opened in 2011. So it took 4 years to build. And the main aim is to exchange cultures and arts between different nations, between different countries, through the performances which we host during the season. And our season starts from September to May. It's not just about the operas here at the Royal Opera House Muscat, but it's about the best varieties. So talking about classical shows, talking about famous ballet. For example, one of the ballets we have last year, and it was sold out. It was Swan Lake in April, and that's a famous one. And it was a Chinese acrobatic, by the way.
Oh.
So it was one of its kind.
So
It was in April.
I've heard that before. It's actually a combination between the traditional Western ballet and Chinese acrobats. So they just combine them together, and it's just on the stage of
Indeed.
Royal Opera House here. Yeah, so I think this is actually a beautiful building, first of all. So before officially kicking off today's live tour, I would just want you to just show us around of inside this amazing building.
Of
so
course.
What about all of this?
So the design is timeless. The reason why it's timeless because it has combination and mixture from different countries, and it makes everyone feels like home. So we have Islamic styles, we have Arabic styles, we have Omani styles, we have North African styles, Indian styles, Western styles. The ceiling, for instance, the ceiling inspired from an old castle here in the Sultanate of Oman, which called Jabri Castle. And this castle built back in the 17th century, and it was a palace in the past. So we have the same design with more decoration, as you can see with the gold leaves. Here in front of us, we have the teak wood from Burma, Myanmar, one of its finest because of its stability and purity, and it's so easy to paint and draw on it. We also have the chandelier from Austria, Swarovski.
That's a chandelier. It's just perfect for a Royal Opera House.
Indeed, it's stunning, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we have also two types of marble. This is Italian, whereas the one that is outside. Have you seen the white one?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, first of all, I thought that was a lake.
Well, yes,
Because
everyone
it's
thinks the
shining
same.
under the sun. But I was just stuck on it. I thought, wow, that's marble.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful marble, shining one.
that's
Yeah.
local, by the way. Omani,
It's
Omani marble, yes.
Local marble.
Omani local marble, yes. We use our own marble a lot here in the Sultanate of Oman. Here in front of us, for example, we have some of the Islamic styles, Islamic designs, which were inspired from Nizwa Fort, which considered as the most visited fort in the Sultanate of Oman. We will go from here now, and we will head to the musical instruments.
Okay. So actually, it's not only for the performing opera, but it's actually used as a kind of like a gallery to showcase the culture of the music, the
Indeed.
history of the music, and then the cooperation among different countries. Yeah. So here we are actually at the kind of like a corridor of music. Can you see
Yes,
that?
I would say it's a mini museum, consists of 3 parts for those who are in love with the musical instruments, because these are all precious instruments the late Sultan's private collections, by the way. He donated most of them during the opening, a few of them being purchased by him. They go back to the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. So we're talking about hundreds of years here. And they're from different countries, France, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, and so on. This is one of the musical instruments and made in 1825. It's
Well, that's a long history.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a French lyre guitar, and if you notice, it looks like a face, doesn't it?
Yes, like a smiling face.
Yeah. So it has two ears, two eyes, and a smile.
Yes. It's like
Yes.
the Venice Carnival. See,
Yes,
it's
it's
like
as
the
cool.
mask. Yes.
With
So
the
it's
with
a
the
smiling face.
with a
here.
smile also.
Okay. This one.
Yeah.
This
Here
one
are.
is special.
This
This
one is
is
really
special,
special.
yeah.
You wouldn't tell where it comes from. Some might say it's Asian, some might say it's Chinese in particular, but both made in France from the French ceramic. The one on the right side has Chinese style, inspired from the
It's
Chinese.
shaped like a dragon.
It's shaped
Yeah.
like a dragon, whereas the one on the left side has inspiration from the Delft style, which is in the Netherlands, Dutch.
So it's like just two dragons, but it's actually a flute.
It's a part of the instrument, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so here we see a lot of instruments, interesting instruments that I've never seen before. Yeah. So they are flutes.
Yes, you are right.
What's the special signature about that?
Thank you so much for the question. Well, it's really special, especially the one in the middle, because a flute usually are made out of the wood, but the one in the center is so rare. There are only 6 in the world which made of glass and silver. So that's what makes it so special.
So this is actually one of the treasurable flutes in the world.
Exactly.
And this is showcased here.
From Belgium, yes.
Oh, that is cool. So I believe for many audience like me, this is the first time to see such a very special flute here at the Muscat Royal Opera House. So let's just go.
Yeah, we will head now to the main auditorium.
Okay. So actually for those just tuning in, we are doing a live tour here in Muscat, actually at the Royal Opera House. And inside this amazing Royal Opera House, we have the Abdul Majid to just give us a live tour here today to just showcase some fun facts about this Royal Opera House.
I'm so delighted to have you with us here.
Yes, thank you so much. So now we are just inside a little tiny room.
Yeah, it's a sound and light lobby, soundproof area. It has curtains inside, covered with sandalwood. Means if we have a performance going on and the 2 doors closed, we would hear nothing from the outside.
So actually, those walls surrounding us absorb the sound.
They do, yes.
We make.
Yes.
So can I just try?
We can try it, yes.
Huh? And all the sound waves just absorb in the wall.
All in here, yes.
Okay. So that is a very interesting, like a buffer zone. This room just absorb all the sound from the outside, and to give audience inside the opera hall a very silent, a very good experience of appreciate the art.
Definitely.
Okay. Wow, so now let's just our camera go first. We will just give you a very first glimpse of this amazing opera hall. So here.
So this is the main auditorium. And this is one of the reasons why so many tourists book tours to see the main auditorium, because it's one of its kind. We have the orchestra pit there, and it's really a great opportunity to see the stage with this movement. Now, this is the orchestra pit. We have 3 levels in the basement.
3 levels.
3 levels
in
down.
the basement.
Yes.
Wow.
It's movable, adjustable, and hydraulic at the same time. The stage can be extended till here. So we have already extended the stage, and this extra space went down hydraulically for the orchestra pit, which fits 80 musicians.
So actually, if the stage wanted to get bigger, and if there's no orchestra here, they can just extend the stage to further to just closer to the audience, and it would just be a larger stage for the performer to give the show.
That's right,
Right.
because the entire space is 1,100 seats, whereas now we have from 800 to 850
Okay.
seats. In addition to that, the boxes in your left side and the right side. Well, speaking about the design of the boxes is itself a different story, because most of the operas in the Western world, they would have their boxes in a rounded shape. But we have the square shape because it represents our traditional design.
Oh, so for those like flower shape?
The entire shape,
Oh,
the
entire
flower and the Islamic and the Omani, we use it in our official occasions and social occasions. The groom gives the bride this box, and the bride will put her valuable stuff in it: clothing, gifts, money, and it will be with her. So,
Okay.
and here we put our valuable guests in our boxes. So the ones on the right side and the ones on the left side are movable. They move forward and backwards hydraulically.
Yes, I've seen there's a lot of tourists here. So
Yes.
actually, this opera house, they just open to the general public. They can just book a visit here.
Yeah, we have guided tours every day except Friday, and we have different languages, tourist guides who speak Arabic, English, French, and German as well. And the tour starts from 8:30 until 5:30.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe can you just introduce this very important information to our
Yes.
audience. So if you want to have a closer look at this amazing Royal Opera House, you can just book online
You
on
can,
your
you can, you
official
can, you
website.
can, you can. If you would like to come for a private tour, you can book through our emails or our WhatsApp, so that it would be booked easier. And you can also book through our box office,
Okay.
because sometimes we would close earlier than 5:30 if we have rehearsals from the shows.
Okay.
So in order to ensure that our guests will have the unforgettable experience.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So if you just visit Muscat, I believe you must put this on your bucket list and visit here in person, because it's just worth experiencing this art vibe here at this
Yeah.
Royal Opera House.
So since we are here, I would kindly ask you to experience the seats,
Yeah,
to feel
so-
the royalty.
so-
Where would you like to sit?
I think maybe I would just
Maybe
here
here?
in the middle is okay.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I would choose the most expensive seat here.
Okay. Here in the middle, yes.
Yes.
So
Wow.
we are in the, because we have different levels, 1,100 seats, the entire capacity. This is level 0, where we are in now, which has stalls and parterres, basically close to the stage. And as you know, all of the shows are live. So for those who prefer to be close to the stage, they usually book here. For those who prefer to enjoy more the orchestra, they would usually book in the second level. So this is level 0.
At the
Level
Royal Circle.
the Royal Circle is level 1, and that's where the Sultan, the late Sultan Qaboos, may God bless his soul, attended the first show when we had Turandot at
Okay.
that time. So level 0, level 1, level 2, and level 3.
And contains around 1,100
Yes.
audience.
Yes,
Yes.
1,100 seats in approximate.
Okay.
Each seat has screen, and this
It's
is one of the
very rare to see. 'Cause-
very.
Yeah,
I
very
have
rare
never
to see.
seen it. I've been
Yeah.
to over 13 operas in the world, but I have never seen like this feature.
Yes.
So this feature shows translation, two languages, Arabic and English.
The translation of the
of the,
subtitles.
of the show, the
the show,
subtitles, yes,
subtitles.
because as you know, most of the operas are in Italian, French,
yeah.
German, Spanish. So this features allows the audience to follow more, to enjoy more, and to watch with enjoyment, because
So,
it would be so easy for them to know what's going on. Not only that, we also have a screen on top.
oh yes, that is
Yeah.
the general opera house usually have to have just a one big screen on top of the stage and just showcase subtitles, but sometimes only like Italian or English. But very rare to see the local language together with English subtitles all together on one screen. And it's also very rare to see for one screen for each seat. You will have
Yes.
this very helpful. That is very helpful for
Indeed,
opera
indeed.
lovers, and especially for those, I think, for those who just get access to opera, those amateur, those who have some interest, but they know they don't have a lot of knowledge about the shows,
That's
so they
right.
can just watch those subtitles from this tiny little screen and just know what they're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely I agree with you
yeah, I know.
because
I'm
yes,
sorry.
yes,
Sorry, you
please,
just
please.
okay. So I noticed. Actually, the stage has already been set here.
Yes.
Yeah, so what is that about? Can you just introduce a bit?
Yeah. So here, this is the today will be the second night of the amazing opera. The opening we had on the 3rd of October, and we have an opera by the amazing and masterpiece Giuseppe Verdi, and the opening was fully demanded. So this opera is An Ballo Mascara, and today will be the last day. Yesterday we have a Chinese music, and I myself attended the entire show. I didn't even want to go out, although I was working, but I attended the entire show because the news really attracted me to have the first Asian conductor who worked in an Italian opera house. And he's also considered as the first Chinese conductor who worked with the Chicago Symphony. So most of us as Omanis yesterday were really excited to attend the show. And today we will also have different categories of audience. We will have students, we will have more families today. We will have also from outside of the capital itself.
Yes, concerning
Yeah.
about the family and young generation. So I know there's a lot of opera house in the world that
Yes.
do a lot of events or workshops to engage a younger generation.
Yes.
It's kind of a way to educate them and to raise their awareness about the art. So is there any special thing that the Royal Opera House here have done?
Yes, thank you so much for the question. That's well, this is one of the main aims of building the Royal Opera House Muscat is to make it cultural, to make it educational, to raise the awareness of art, of music, and the classical music in general. We conduct workshops during the summertime because, as I told you, the season for the show is from October to May. So, what would we do after May till September? We would conduct workshops, and workshops would be dedicated for kids, students, and some families. Those workshops would be varied. It could be teaching them how to play some instruments, how to sing in opera. So not just by the Omanis, but by international trainers from different countries. Uh, so this indicates that the Royal Opera House Muscat is not commercial, because to correlate your question, the lowest rate to attend a show at the Royal Opera House Muscat in the outdoor areas, only 3 Omani riyals. Whereas here in this
Reasonable
area,
price, yeah.
the third level, it starts from 15 Omani riyal.
Like US dollars,
15 Omani riyals in about 33 US dollars.
33 US dollars. That's pretty reasonable price.
Very reasonable,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So here it could be 35 Omani Riyal, 38 Omani Riyal, that's about 100 US dollars.
Still very reasonable.
And so close to the stage.
Yes, there is like in the middle, like the row 4, row 3, and in the middle I can just see this stage clearly, and even I can see the conductor.
You can see the conductor, you can see the stage with the full visions, because the idea here is not commercial, but for educational, to make it accessible and affordable for everyone. Because a vast majority of people would think that the opera house for certain category. But here is a different thing. The Royal Opera House Muscat has always been everybody's house. We never targeted certain category. Even the boxes you see in your right side and left side, most of them can be booked by anyone.
So there is no reserved box.
We don't have reserved box here.
I have another question. I've seen this is a Verdi's masterpiece here to be shown
Yes.
tonight. So is there any other productions in the history that you have just cooperation with other theaters from around the world?
Yes, we've had a lot from China, we've had from La Scala, we've had, for example, Rigoletto. Last season we had Rigoletto. We had Placido Domingo himself here for 3 nights. We had
What show?
we had Rigoletto.
Rigoletto. Oh, sorry,
Rigoletto for. We had also we had Turandot a few times.
Yeah,
We had
Toronto is a Chinese related opera.
yes, Chinese related. We also had the Swan Lake. We had the Madama Butterfly, classical shows, Omani shows, local during the holy month, Ramadan, because there are some categories who, for example, prefer to listen to Islamic arts. So that would be in the holy month of Ramadan.
Yeah, so not only for the Western music, but also
Yes.
like local music and local traditional arts, all on this stage.
Yes, all on the stage, and not only from Oman, but also from Syria, from Iraq, from Egypt, from Jordan. So the different varieties, speaking of the Islamic arts, for instance.
Okay, so we just know a lot of information about this opera house, and maybe it's time for someone who are interested in opera. But I believe there are a lot of audience believes opera is a very serious art form.
Yes.
Like they just sometimes, like me, when I was young, I was a little bit afraid to go to the opera house to watch opera because I'm afraid of making some mistake. Like I might just clap at the right timing, or what should I wear? So is there any tips that you would like to share to those people who are interested in opera and would like to watch a
Yes.
show?
Well, that's really an interesting point to enlight, because whenever anyone books a performance, either online or from our box office, they would have a booking policy. And one of the booking policies is to have strict dress code. Because the dress code must be formal. For us as Omanis, for instance, we should wear the turban, because the hat, the circled one, is informal, whereas this one, the masar, the turban, is formal. For the non-Omanis who would come with jeans, for instance, and for the men, we would give them a white dishdasha, like what I'm wearing now, along with the turban.
So the tip number one, you should wear properly. You have to obey the dress code and to
Yes.
wear the formal dress instead of like shorts, slippers,
No.
or like
Sport
some
shoes not
t-shirts,
allowed.
sport shoes, yeah.
Jackets, sport jackets, casual jackets are not allowed.
Yeah.
And I would say tip number one, to read carefully about the policies, because one of the tips also is to respect the show,
Yeah.
in terms of not using the phone, plus no drinking and no eating inside the auditorium.
Yes, that's actually a universal rule for all kinds of performance in the theater, in opera house, in during the concert, or even in the cinema. But that's a kind of like a respectful way to not only to yourself, to the artist performing, and also to the other audience, and to
Yes.
just create a favorable environment to appreciate the art altogether. Yeah. So any other like clapping, right timing?
Yeah, well, when it comes to clapping at the right timing, actually, let's say, for example, we have a conductor who's a male. So when we clap, we would say bravo. Whereas if we have a conductor who's a female, when we clap, we would say brava.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
feminine word and a masculine word. That's
Yes.
different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we clap, it should be after they stop performing, not during their performance.
Yeah, so it should be at the interval or just between the acts. You just clap at the right time. I know sometimes the audience just feel excited. They're just so satisfying ways to express their appreciation towards the artist. Wow, I want to just show my respect, but do not disturb the performance with the applause.
And yes, I couldn't agree more with you. And one important tip also, not to leave the performance, because the performers would really notice if the stage is empty, or if the stage in the beginning was full and then it became empty, it would disappoint them. But to stay till the end, and as you say, to clap at the end, it would make them really feel content.
Yeah. So my last question at this part, it's about: is there any secret fun fact about this building?
Yes, the sound system.
Ah, okay.
The sound system here is so clear and pure, to the extent that if sometimes a singer sings, the voice will reach to the third level, even without a microphone. That's how strong the sound system is.
Yes, I know for the opera performers, especially for opera, there's actually no microphone
Yes.
for the performers. They're all just natural sound. They just sing on the stage, and they have to make sure every audience, no matter which corner they're sitting in, can hear it clearly. So actually at that time the architecture and the building and the sound systems play a very important role
Yes.
to observe the sound, to just make sure every audience can see listen to it clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
We have another secret there. If you notice, on top, there are musical instruments. The musical instruments. There is one there. Can you see that musical instrument?
In the middle, yes.
Yes, in the
It's a
middle.
painting?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a musical
That's a
instrument.
violin. That's a violin.
That's a violin there, and there is a guitar.
Guitar, yeah. Wow.
So both are actually puzzles. So for those who are musicians, they can read the notes there, and it's written in the design that the name of a composer and the name of the show
Okay.
also, and the year when the show was held.
Wow.
So these are one of the
Secret
secrets.
fun facts.
Yes.
So
About the
if
Royal
you
Opera House Muscat.
if you just visit here or just have a ticket to watch a show, you can just look up to see the ceiling and find some secret fun facts.
Have you noticed that before?
No,
Just
no.
now, right?
Actually, I was here to see the first show
The
of
opening.
Bla Maxera, but I haven't noticed about this because actually there's such an amazing place.
Of course.
I have a lot of things to watch. I have a lot of things to see. So I just think around and find out which part should I just focus on. Every moment, every corner is just amazing.
Yes, it makes everyone feels home, and you could feel the royalty.
Yes. So maybe so much for this sector. So those who just joining in, we are doing a tour here at the Muscat Royal Opera House with our very professional and actually a little bit magical guide, Abdul Majid. And for the next part, we are going to visit a very interesting exhibition about music.
Yes.
But due to some signal, the internet connection, I have to pause a bit, and I will just show you the exterior, the buildings with the aerial footage of this Royal Opera House, and give us a little bit time to move from this position to next position. So for those who just join in, you can just play back a bit to view we have to around inside this opera house, and you can just also follow us. We're doing the live on our official website, our official application, and also our social media account on Facebook, X, and our YouTube channel. So if you have any questions, just leave your comments or feedback in the chat box below, and we will be back very soon. Hello, welcome back. I believe a lot of audience will just follow us to enjoy a very charming journey inside the opera house. And now we just moved to another sector in this complex. It's actually a musical exhibition, and we have my magical tour here. And maybe I will give the floor to him, and he will just introduce himself to you and to just give a very brave introduction about the next sector of our live tour today.
Yes, welcome back everyone. So we are here today at the Oman and the World exhibition. It's a musical journey, very interactive journey, allows the visitors to play, to listen, to watch, and most importantly, to interact with different varieties of musical instruments. This exhibition opened officially in 2022 for the public. It consists of 6 chapters. So the first chapter is all about the nature of the Sultanate of Oman. So sounds from the mountains from the Sultanate of Oman, sounds from the shores, sounds from the trees, sounds from the mangroves, and so on. And then the rest of the chapters will be interactive. So please be excited for the upcoming journey.
Before we just entering into this hall, I have to say there's maybe some audience already inside to watch the video, so maybe we will just go very quietly. And for those who just joined in, we are doing a live tour here with Abdul Majid here. We are doing a live tour to experience a musical world at the Royal Opera House in Muscat. And if you have any questions, you please leave it in the comment box below, and we will just happy to answer some of your questions and to see your feedback. So just follow us.
قريب لا تضحكي. Okay. We can. They just left. Yes. Yeah. So, well, the second part is just here. Science.
Part of science. It's all about sound.
So this is all about science. Here is the first rhythm that everyone feels in our mother's heartbeat, which means before listening to any kind of nature, before listening to any kind of music, the first thing that we would hear as a child or as a newborn is our mother's heartbeat. So I would kindly invite you to experience it.
Okay.
So this is the first thing that you would listen to.
I need to put my microphone here to make it clearly. Yeah, to.
Yes.
You can see this is kind of a heartbeat, and actually the heartbeat in the womb of our mothers.
Yes.
Yeah, when we were still a very baby, an infant, to hear the very first sound in our life is actually heartbeat. Well, that's very romantic, actually.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So here people can, visitors can play with the,
To visualize the sound.
to visualize the sound. You can try if you want to just play and very
Oh, it's like a science class.
Yes.
That's different index here.
Very. There you go. This is the rhythm where you can just press anyone if you would like.
So
Any of
just go
these.
with the compound time. Yeah, it's like a bit. But this triple time. Okay, this one. Yeah, we're gonna dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Some
Like-
guests would really spend here 2 hours or an hour
Yes,
to
because make their own songs.
Yeah.
And here we can see there's a lot of board to tell the stories, tell the information behind this interesting interaction installations.
all very descriptive. Yes.
Yes, you can just learn a lot, learn a lot of knowledge about sound, about the rhythm, about this instrument here at this exhibition.
This is the voice, for instance, and it shows the different voices. I would recommend you to put in one of
Okay.
these, for instance,
Or just
different chambers, and then I will just pump it. So we have O.
and then up.
You see?
Do you hear the sound? And just try this.
E.
Or the last one.
So it allows you to interact as much as you want. This is the slowest motion of the violin.
Violin.
I believe it's one of your favorite instrument, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can play it if you want.
Can you hear the? Can you see the wave? It's actually visualize the sound. And it's a little bit different for the tone. Yes, it's a strings.
Yeah.
And next.
This is one of the trumpets.
Yeah,
You can press any one, and any of these you can play. So it's like you are playing the real trumpet.
Yes. I can make my own sound.
You can make your own tone.
That's jazz. Broadway. I'm in Broadway.
You are in a Broadway, yes. This is the old style of the pipe organ.
Play it.
Yeah, we will. But
And it's okay. You can just. Learn
so
a
this
little
is
bit.
the pipe organ at the Royal Opera House Muscat, which you couldn't see because of the current production, the current opera. But this is the pipe organ. It's considered as the heaviest movable pipe organ in the world.
Another word number one.
It weighs 50 tons. Can you imagine? 50 tons.
Yeah.
So it's movable and moves forward and backwards. It takes approximately 16 minutes just to move forward. Considered also as the largest pipe organ in the Middle East, since it has over 4,500 pipes made from a famous German company called Kleis, specifically from Bonn. Here is
Steinway, that's a very
Stelling
famous
piano.
brand. That's a lot of pianists play
Use,
it.
yes.
Yeah, so here I can just touch to try this keyboard.
And it
You can see the machine inside the piano, how it works here.
yeah, and it typically has the 88 keys.
Yes.
Here is the oud. As you know, oud is an Eastern instrument. So here are the components of an oud. If you would like to go inside. This musical instrument is one of the late Sultan's collections, private collections, made of walnut and mother of pearl, and made in Turkey.
Mother of pearl on the surface of this.
You can see, right?
Yes.
This is a local Omani who usually manufactures roots and sells them locally, regionally, and internationally as well. He is from a town called Samail, which is about an hour from the capital of Muscat. And we will have in a few seconds from now a famous Omani oud player who performed at the Royal Opera House Muscat and also performed in several countries around the world.
I can hear the melody, this melody.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is that about?
It shows, well, it's an Arab style, but if you can see now, it shows gradually, steps by steps, on how they manufacture the oud. It will show the trees, what kind of trees, what kind of, when they put it in the screws, the oven. So it shows from the beginning till the end, and then we will have the Omani famous oud player, and she's well known now. She performed recently in a big festival in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, and there were no less than 600,000 attendees at that time. Yes. So this is Lizki himself,
It's actually from a very, maybe it's just a tree.
and she's performing now. At the Royal Opera House Muscat. All the steps here, and the other screens that the young lady playing. You can just keep moving to enjoy the different screens. This is talented Omani woman. So it's a solo music that she usually plays.
It's a traditional song, or she composed a song herself, or is it a traditional song?
This is not a traditional song actually. This is an Arab song that is very famous around the Arab continent, around the world.
Stage.
Yeah, this is an our stage. This is our Royal Opera House Muscat, the pipe organ, which I showed you earlier.
Okay.
This is the connections. Music can express connections without words. Music unites us. Music makes us one. Music unites our voices. Music is the only language that is understandable to all the universe, all the countries. So we have musical festivals, concerts, as you can see, national anthems from different countries, from Asian world, Europe, India, the two Americas.
So actually music is a language with no barrier. It's go beyond boundary, and everybody just can understand, can feel the feelings that the music just convey to us. So
yes, and this is Omani Music Pod. It allows all the guests to experience the real Omani traditional performances by listening and watching at the same time. They can spend, as I told you earlier, they can spend here for hours.
yes, so it's like a little bit booth, a little booth.
It allows them to. We have harmony here, different Mozart. We have Kulthum.
Play it, or
You can play it. Yes, you can press it.
So up here, I noticed there's a lot of instruments here. So there's a lot of instruments.
Yeah, so here are the instruments
Here
we have seen.
yes, we have them.
Different
Actually, there are instruments from around the world.
from different countries. Yes.
From different countries. Saxophones. Like there's so many elements about music that you can just give yourself a very immersive experience here. So as to for those who are just joining in, I am doing a live tour with Abdul Majid here from Royal Opera House in Muscat, Oman, and we are just trying to dive into the world of music and to give you a very immersive experience about the art. Yeah, let's just continue.
Let's continue. This is the last part.
Yeah, so now it's a little bit, we can see there's a lot of melodies as a background music, and this is the last part of today's live tour. So what is that all about?
Yeah, so here we have the orchestra. I told you in the beginning about our Royal Omani Orchestra, and we will have some, there are different musical instruments here that you can hear. You can be the conductor now. It will start in a few seconds, and you can be the conductor. The upcoming one will be Beethoven's.
From this screen that we are on the screen.
And you can actually be a real conductor.
Yeah.
It's also nice to see different instruments. For example, here is the first violin. Here you would hear the second violin. Here, the piccolo, French horn. Yeah.
So actually, if you come here with your family members, like if you have a lot of people as a group, somebody just can play as a conductor, and
Somebody can listen, somebody can just clap at the end.
Yeah, you can have your own orchestra here.
Indeed, yes.
Own performance here.
And this is how we conclude the experience at the exhibition.
Okay, so now let's put the end to the exhibition with the background music, and we just experienced a very magical world of music at the Royal Opera House in Muscat, Oman, with our magical tour guide Abdul Majid, and we are very happy to have you. Maybe a little bit loud as a background music now. I hope that you can just enjoy this tour with us, to enjoy this immersive experience with music and with art. And I hope that if you have chance, you can just visit this Royal Opera House in person, and to visit all of these magical things here in Muscat. And also, do you want to say something to our audience at the end of today's live tour?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you at the Royal Opera House Muscat. Thank you so much for watching again.
Yeah, thank you so much. And as the music about to conclude, let's conclude